of muscle model cars on YouTube. Uh, Actually, I'm finishing up on this battleship right here, Arizona. Um, I'm going to be doing some decals on this thing um, right here. All the decals, I'm going to be looking on my instruction sheet. They don't really tell you where to put them, so I may have to refer to the box it came in to see where they go. And then basically, what I've been doing since I've been off the air is basically going over everything, repositioning some of the boats in other locations right here to for a bird's eye view of what's going on. Been kind of just going back over it, touch back up the bottom of it, install the stands, went over some of the portholes, still going to finish some of that. As you can see, it's still got some circles that I got to clean up there, but I haven't talked to you in a while, and I changed the railing above deck from black to silver because I just didn't want it black because it looks pretty much like the water line below right here. As you see right here. So this up here, I went on ahead and made it. I'm going to make that silver all the way around. As you can see, I did one side. If you look at the other side, it's still black up there. I just wanted it to be silver. Maybe make it look like more like chains or something like that. And then what else did I do? I'm going to put in the lines going across from the the stern and the bow to over to the signal tower to the observation tower over to the communications down, and then so there's a lot of strings that's going to be on here when I'm finally done. I'll post it, but I won't be back on with it till I'm totally done. uh, I pretty much got everything, but like I said, the only thing left is these guys here, the flags. Okay, I'm going to position them as best I can. There are a couple of places up here, a little diamond or arrow looking things here. I'm pretty sure that's where it's going to go. I'm going to have to look at the instructions. I'm not sure if it's going to tell me everything, but all the stringing and the wiring and everything that's supposed to be, it's going to come from the front. This is from the propulsion back here. I did the propulsion for the propellers and all that stuff, and I got to put in the rudder back here, and then I believe all the propulsion and everything, the propellers and things like that, got to go right into these holes, two on each side. A little clean up on the windows a little bit, the portholes, I call them port windows, and then changing this side to a black railing, going around from black to silver, like I did this side over here. But I'm going to go back over it. I just want to kind of give you an idea of what it's going to look like now. The railing is going to be silver. Then I'm going to go over that neatly, touch this last part up right here. I mean, this may be the reflection, but it looks a little bit light to me. What else I got to do? Oh, along the bow and the stern, you got water lines on it, high mark, low mark, water lines, decals, and things like that. So I'm going to be doing that. If you look at it, you'll see some of the decals that's got to go on the ship. Different locations. You see that black and white decal up here. That's if you look at it closely, it says 9876, or all the way down. Then it turns to white. Basically, that's an indication that the level of where the ship is rising or is sinking lower under the water. That's what this black line right here is. It's going to have the numbers on the, it usually it's right up here, going in between the hull of the ship and then the just the side of it at the port, at the bow or the stern. These little numbers to indicate, you can look at it and see if you're taking on water and the ship is going to go lower, and that it'll tell you an indication of how many feet lower than the normal water line should be right here. So that's what these couple of guys are. Of course, the decal indicating the ship name, Arizona. I was kind of hoping that I got the 39 on it. That was this call, the calls letters for it was BB, I do believe 39, if I'm not mistaken. So I wanted those, but if we don't have them, that's no problem. If I want to put them on there later, I can, but I'm going to do so a lot of more touch up. If you can see right over here, the anchor where the anchor would be pulled up right up here. I made that chrome silver, you know, and then the water line, like I said, going to touch all that up a little bit, and then I'm going to basically put in the propulsion uh, mechanisms down here, the rudder right back here, and then the propellers and everything right along up in here, two on this side, and then two over here, and then two over here. And after that, you got a couple of ladders. I'm gonna show you what all I have left. I do believe it's just the. Let's see. Try to find everything. This here is a vent coming from beneath. That's going to be installed on the deck. I'm going to color it, but it's basically a ventilation system that would have been on deck, and then air could fluctuate, not fluctuate, but actually come in to where the guns were, the turret, for overheating and things like that. You had a ventilation system. That's one thing. Let's see. Uh, and then I had two more ladders, and that's going to be on the side of the boat. These guys here, railing to come up to the ship, like if it was docked at the port. It's pretty much a ladder that's going to be on the side. I got to look on the paper and see where it's located, but it'll be hanging off the side right here. This guy here. I got I got three of these. One for each side and one another one for the rear. So I got three ladders. Um, I had to wait for the propellers to dry to each other right here, to the part come extending the shaft of coming out of the ship. I got four of these, but I have to find the blade for the fourth one. I got three of them, and the fourth one, the blade is all I had is missing. But that's okay. I'll find. I could do without it. It's not a big deal. And then other than that, I got this guy here, It looks like it's some portion of the rudder too. I have to look and see exactly what this guy is. That's about it. And then the rest is just um, so the propulsion system, which is basically the engine portion of it, which steers it in the water, the ladders, and then the will be done. And the decals, indicating what it is. I call them the call letters on them, and that's it. And then I'm going to head over to start up on my BB. I think it's 25. It's a airplane. I do believe it was World War. It's a bomber, a B-25. That'll be next. I'm going to do an opening of it to see what's inside as I go along tonight. And so I'm going to be doing some things on the boat, which is I'm not going to bore you with the decals going on and off. I'm just going to unpack the B-25 Mitchell bomber just to see what that's going to be like, because that's going to be the next thing up. And I will tell you about this guy here. The problems I had with it was the fact that you had to wait for certain things to dry before you could move on to something else. Uh, so I couldn't necessarily make sure that the posts for the observation tower and was in the correct position going through the different levels of the different floors or levels of the platforms that takes you up to the ship. So you had to wait. This was more of a waiting game on other parts. You couldn't necessarily do what you needed to do unless you waited a day or two for everything to dry in place to make sure it dried properly. If it didn't, you had to lift it, do it, and do it again. So this is not a piece of cake, to be quite honest with you. It's going to test your patience, and but it can be done. And I painted the whole of it twice. The line, yeah. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to end up taking this here, bringing from this point here, what would be a simulation of a line on the ship coming from here to here, and then there down to maybe here, and then to here, up to here, and then from there going to these different I call them I guess they would be more like the antennas, or not necessarily antennas, but I can tell you the exact name with these parts are all within here. That's the good thing about it. For people not familiar with ships or anything, this would be really, really good for you to learn, because it tells you all about the different parts to the ship and whatnot. Like 32 would be different types of arms that set up or stands. So if I looked over here at 32, it tells me that 32 is actually the that's the searchlight. So that's the searchlight on top of the part that I was actually trying to give you guys. So just basically whatever you see over here, the number that's on here to indicate what it is, it will tell you, okay, 39. So now I'm curious. 39, because I told you about it, is the, uh, I'm not seeing, they have a lot of different things, and it's not numbered necessarily in order. So it depends on what you're supposed to do first, because it goes from 1 to 29, 30, 31, 32, and then it jumps all the way to 51. So I would have to look over here on the next page and continue with the legend, and then I'm looking for 39, and 39 doesn't pick up on until you get to the mask. Okay, it's the main mask. Okay, and then so they separate it by in portions of what portion of the ship it is. So 39 is the mask brace. Okay, so that's what that is, and this is cool because it tells you all the different pieces and parts, and it looks like they separated by, you got the main mask, so the part numbers are numbered in order on within the instructions, but it's separated by numbers. The numbers are separated and broke down by what portion you're working on. Like the main mask is one portion, the fore mask is another portion separated with different numbers. Okay, then you have another section you got would be from 1 through I guess 30. It would be the portions that you would put together first, but and it's the base and the things of that nature, the big portions of the ship, uh, and then uh, and then it breaks down over to the fore mask and the main mask, and then it comes in different languages, uh, and it looks like it could be Spanish on one in one part, and then I don't. I wanted to say Italian, possibly. This could be, uh, and I'm not a. I'm not a linguist of different languages, but you get two other languages, and once you, if you speak something other than English, I do know one of them is Spanish. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna say we can hang on, and we're going to open up the do a mail call on that B-25 bomber, uh, and then Mitchell bomber, and then we're going to get started with that. This one will be finished. I'm gonna show you the finished look next time I come back with the all the stringing and the wiring that would have indicated coming from the mask from back. This ship, remember, was in 1917, so it still had some of the old mixed in with the new. And this, um, as far as with the technology, because this ship was refitted uh, a couple of times throughout its, you know, commission. Uh, they because it was used for training. It was used for escorting, ships with presidents back then, who was the presidents and dignitaries, I guess. So they refitted this guy a couple times with the weaponry of that time period because again it was still 1941 and still it was commissioned in 1917 I do believe. So of course things changed from World War One to World War Two, okay, which was Hitler, okay, and then the I guess Germany, and Hitler was doing all his thing over there. So and the Japanese were doing their thing at that time period too. And this is what happened when it got sunk in Pearl Harbor. Okay, it was parked. That was its final resting place. I'll put it that way when it got bombed. So let's move on and try to get going with a mail call for the B-25 bomber. Okay, so sit back, relax, and watch me open a few things and show you what's inside in case you guys won't be interested in purchasing it. I don't mind making the mistakes so you guys can look at it and say, he should have did this, this, and this. Well, yeah, but now you know what to expect, so now you can do it better. That's the point of these videos. I make the mistakes, and when you get it, you'll say, I ain't gonna do that because I saw AJ. He did it that way, and it didn't look too well. So, again, all of this I'm not trying to make anything from you videos or whatever. This is a hobby for me, and I don't mind making mistakes or telling you what I found or showing you what I used to get a nicer look to it or whatever. So just long as it helps you, then I'm doing my job. If it helps one person, okay. And don't be too critical of something that you're doing because it's for you. It's to relax you and keep your peace, and that's what I use it for. So I don't worry about it. Okay. All right. I'm going to just move on to do my opening for the B-25 Mitchell. Okay, aircraft, military aircraft, and I do believe I'll read the instructions and everything to kind of give you an idea of what it was back then, what year it was, and all that stuff before I get started. Right now, it's just a simple opening and looking at the pieces and seeing the difficulty of that particular level. Okay. All right. So sit back and relax, and just kind of watch. If you don't want, turn the volume down. I'm going to be playing music while I go through it, showing different things. I ain't going to be talking, and we're going to go in from there. Okay. All right. Thanks. All right. Get a shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park. The meantime, sound of the river, you stop and you hold everything. Man, it's going to say, double fall time. Feel alright when you hear the music break. Well, like you step inside, but you don't see too many faces. Rolling out of the rain and hear the jazz go down. Competition in other places, but the horns, they blowing that sound. Way on down south, way on down south, under town.
Check out Guitar George. He knows all the chords. But it's strictly rhythm, he doesn't want to make it cry or sing. If an old guitar is all he can afford, when he gets up under the lights to play his thing, and Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make a scene. He's got a daytime job, he's doing alright. He can play a honky-tonk like anything, saving it up Friday night with the Sultans, with the Sultans of Swing. Then a crowd of young boys, they're fooling around in the corner. Drunk and dressed in their best brown baggies in their platform soul. They don't give a damn about any trumpet playing band. It ain't what they call rock and roll. And the Sultans, yeah, the Sultans play Creole. Creole. And then the man steps right up to the microphone. He says that's just the time bell ring. Good night, now it's time to go home. But he makes it fast with one more thing. We are the Sultans. We are the Sultans of Swing. Because Johnny singing old stories. Because you listen to what I say. Because Johnny singing, I got a woman down in the tunnel trying to make it pay. He got the action, he got the motion. Well, yeah, the boy can play. Dedication, devotion, turning on a nighttime in any day. The song about the sweet old woman. The song about the night. When you do the walk. Do the walk of life. You do the walk of life. Here comes Johnny to tell you story. And me now I walk in shoes. Here comes Johnny with the power and the glory. Backbeat, the talking news. He got the action, he got the motion. Playing the rock and play. The dedication. Devotion, the turning on the nighttime into the day. The sun is not a single on a woman. It's the sun of the night. Then they do the walk. Do the walk of life. Yeah, do the walk of life. Here comes Johnny singing old stories. You probably believe, baby, what I say. Here comes Johnny singing, I got a woman down in the tunnel trying to make it pay. He got the action, he got the motion. Well, the boy can play. Dedication, devotion, the turning on the nighttime in any day. It has all the violence and no time. It's just a song, ain't only trouble in the strife. You do the walk. Yeah, you do the walk of life. You do the walk of life. Look at them yo-yos, that's the way you do it. You play the guitar on the MTV. That ain't working, that's the way you do it. Money for nothing and you choose for free. Now that ain't working, that's the way you do it. Let me tell you, damn guys ain't dumb. Maybe get a blister on your little finger. Baby, get a blister on your thumb. We got some install microwave ovens, some kitchen deliveries. We to move these refrigerators. We got to move these color TVs. Custom kitchen deliveries. We got to move these refrigerators. We got to move these color TVs. Move up, move on. Small microwaves, custom kitchen deliveries. Got to move these refrigerators. Got to move these color TVs. I should have learned to play the guitar. I should have learned to play them drums. Look at that mama, she got it sticking in the cameraman. Look at her song. And he's up there. What's that? Hawaiian noises. He's banging on the bongos like a chimpanzee. Oh, that ain't working. That's the way you do it. Get your money for nothing. Get your chicks for free. We got to install microwave oven, custom kitchen delivery. We got to move these refrigerators. We got to move these color TVs. Listen here, that ain't working. That's the way you do it. You play the guitar on the MTV. That ain't working. That's the way you do it. Money for nothing and your chicks for free. Money for nothing, 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 chicks for free. Look at that, look at that. Money for nothing, chicks for free. 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 Easy, easy money, easy, easy chicks for free. Easy, easy money, chicks for free. I ain't working.
It looks pretty simple. No really major small parts. This should go super quick. I'm not sure uh, exactly when I'll be done with that one, but that'll be the next up in line. But I want to show you the Arizona completed and ready for display um, on my next episode. And then the B-25 bomber may be done. That's just how, to me, it looks pretty simple. It looks like it could be the color that it would have been in back in the day when it was in commission with the military. So let's go for it and let's see what's going on with it. And then we'll get back to our cars, our muscle cars. After that, not sure which muscle car. I think I said it was going to be that Fairlane I wanted to do, but I don't know if that's muscle. If that's going to be the one I'm going to go to, but I think I want to. Uh, that was the one. Well, that wasn't the one, but I was also looking for the Grand Torino. So I may still get that one. I'm not sure, but we'll see what happens. Um, that was one of my favorite cars too. Starsky and Hutch fan, so that don't blame me for that. So uh, David Soul and Michael Blasky, I think it was. Um, so I made go ahead and purchase that one and do that one. Um, and other than that, guys, thanks for joining me on this episode of Muscle Model Cars doing the ship Arizona, the ship that was sank in Pearl Harbor in 1940, 41, decommissioned. Um, I learned a lot about ships. I can say that much. So, is because I'm not a ship guy. I've been in muscle model cars since I've been like seven, able to uh, glue it together. You know, I started with snap tight things. So anyway, um, hit the subscribe button. Of course, I do mail calls on different things, and then I just kind of play the music while in the background, and then go from there. That's why I speak to you guys first, just to give you the opportunity to shut it off if you don't want to listen to that while I do a mail call. Because with the mail call, I don't speak. I just go ahead and show you the parts of what's coming up. So I play music to keep it interesting, don't bore you, but my music might not be your music. So as far as if you like it, if not, just mute it and you can see the parts. So if you want to purchase that particular model kit, you can. Okay. And it may not always be muscle model cars. Sometimes I get into a zone where I want to do something for my family, for my people that might be, going through some things that, that they are in life. My young men in my life, in my family, the young ladies, what they're going through. My wife take care of all of that too. She does it, so we'll do it that way. So peace, and we'll see you next time. I'll try to get back with you within a week, and hopefully I may be even done with that. I got to decide if I want to spray paint that bomber, that Mitchell B-25, because it has the color already. So, but it just has to be assembled. But I look at a challenge in spray painting it to what I want to do it. Okay. All right. So, peace. Have a good weekend and have a good week and stay safe. All right. Peace. Bye bye. Please hit the subscribe button. Okay. Thank you.